Hi everyone, this is Fazri, CTO and co-founder of Lucid Sight.
Steve Yoshimura, lead designer at Lucid Sight.
We're excited to talk to you today for the first time on video. I know we've spoken to a lot of you via our chats, Discord, Telegram, and through our blog, but we wanted to introduce a new way to connect with our community, and that's going to be weekly video diaries. We'll call them our Lucid Sight Dev Diaries, that goes into a little bit more detail of what we're doing with both CSC and other projects Lucid Sight's working on. Our first episode's actually coming up. Paulina is going to be hosting, and she'll be introducing actually a new game coming to the Lucid Sight family. This is a game that we're actually not developing internally, but we're publishing for another amazing developer. I'm really excited about this idea. I can't wait for you guys to hear what it is, and you'll get some more detail about it in the following video. But in this video, I wanted to focus a little bit more on CSE. CSE has had a lot of progress in the last few months, and I know you guys are dying to see what we got. And I'm happy to announce by the end of this week, you're going to get a comprehensive video going through what we've done so far, the gameplay as is, and what to expect for our alpha release. Today, I will give you a little bit of teaser after this video, but first I want to talk to Steve here. Steve's been our lead game designer in CSC and has really been helping bring this vision to reality. So Steve, what's one of your favorite aspects of CSC, or one aspect you really enjoyed designing?
One aspect is actually creating this huge universe. Basically, having players come into this universe and explore the vastness of space, all the awesome things that we're actually going to input into the game. So, like exploring planets and all these different things. That's probably the most exciting thing so far.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, what's your favorite ship?
Ooh, my favorite ship right now would have to be the Reaper Destroyer. You guys haven't seen it yet, but you guys will see it. It's pretty awesome.
So the Reaper Destroyer and two other ships are going to be actually available in our ship sale at the launch of our new site, which we're expecting to be either end of this week or early next week. For now, I'm going to leave you with a great teaser for what's coming up at the end of the week, but we'll see you again soon where we'll go into a deeper gameplay experience of CSE. For now, let me hand it back to Paulina, and she'll introduce Jason Wishnov and the new game that Lucid Sight's publishing called Cryptic Conjure. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks.
Hey guys, my name is Paulina Shafir and welcome to Lucid Sight Weekly Dev Diaries. Each week we're going to have an episode on new updates on CSC, and big announcement, Lucid Sight is now publishing games as well. We're here with Jason Wishnov and his new game Cryptic Conjure. We're going to find out all the exclusive deets and give it to you guys. So here we go.
Hi, thanks for having me. Real quick, just to kind of explain what's going on, Lucid Sight reached out to me. Basically, they wanted to provide their blockchain expertise and technologies to games that were looking to use blockchain tech. And my game really has a lot of unique features that can really benefit from the Ethereum blockchain specifically. So we worked out a deal. Lucid Sight is acting as my publisher. My game is called Cryptic Conjure. So very different from CSC. The game has a very fantasy type of theme. Everything is based on spells. So your offense, your defense, your healing, everything. But the really fun mechanic that the blockchain really enables here is that The spells, you craft them, you find a bunch of components in the world. Once you craft them, of course, you can use the spell as you see fit, but 20 unique tokens are minted on the blockchain. We're calling those essence. You can trade, give, or sell those away to whomever you wish, but there's a catch. The more people in the game have that essence of your spell, the weaker that spell becomes for everyone. So when you craft it, it's at maximum power, and maybe I go ahead and trade one to you, that spell power is going to drop from 200% to about 190%. Still a great spell, still usable for both of us, but how much do you trust me? Because I could go and sell that spell to other people on the market, and then all of a sudden your spell's now decreased in power as well. How much do I trust you? You could sell some of those tokens yourself, and then I get screwed. So in this game, trust is of the essence. Information is currency and has power. I really wanted to bring back a game where people, everything gets put up online like instantly these days. I wanted a game where people wouldn't necessarily do that for economic reasons, so that sense of discovery and mystery is really, really a core part of what the game is about.
That's awesome. So let's get down to some of the mechanics of the game. So what did you build this game on?
So this game is built on Unreal Engine 4. It's actually, I think, one of the, if not the first blockchain game built in Unreal 4, which is super cool. I guess I should also mention it's an action RPG, so not an MMO. It is multiplayer, so you're going to be going through these dungeons with you and up to 3 of your friends. There's a lot of really interesting battle mechanics. There's this kind of stamina-based teleport dash that we'll get into. We have also a vertical slice, a demo basically, that we're going to be providing to players at the moment of the pre-sale, which we'll get into later. So we've already worked for 7 to 8 months developing this title. This is not a initial stage type of thing. We have a lot to show. We've already done a lot of work, and we're excited to show that to the players and users out there, which is coming soon. Yeah.
So can you tell us about the development of your game? How far along are you, and when do you think you'll see a finished product to release?
Yeah, so like I said, we've been working for like 7 or 8 months so far, and we see about another 7 or 8 months until we get the MVP, minimum viable product, out to the player. That doesn't mean that it's not going to be polished or complete, but it does mean that it's going to be at a relatively early stage. So, we'll have our tutorials, we'll have our hub town, we'll have part of the story, and finally we'll have the first 3 or 4 dungeons available for players to start going through. The level cap initially will be relatively low, and then from that point forward we're going to be updating very, very frequently with new content, new dungeons, new story, etc., and so on, as we continue to build our player base and get further and further into the game of Cryptic Conjure.
That's awesome. So being a traditional game developer, how do you see the differences in developing this game, whether it being for a console or now using blockchain technology?
So the blockchain, obviously, if you guys are enthusiasts, you already know, it enables true digital ownership. So you can take items that you earn in the game and that are on the blockchain out of the game, you possess them. We, at that point, have no say over what you do with them. You can sell them outside of the game's client. You can execute smart contracts if you'd like to, which is really exciting. But one thing that I actually really love about blockchain that not a lot of games have done are using it in a voting manner. So blockchain basically enables perfectly secure, transparent, and anonymous votes in an election type system. So what we're using the Ethereum blockchain and enabling this kind of system that creates this realm of politics in the game world. So there's this Council of 9, and we'll get into more of this later, but I control 1 of the seats, the players control 8 of the seats, and every week or so they're going to be voting on a wide variety of issues that affect the game world. For instance, some dungeons might be closed a certain week, certain items might have their drop rates increase or decrease, certain elements might be more powerful, and the player base as a whole is going to be electing some of these people into those seats. So there's this whole democracy element that's affecting the game world, and that's something that I think blockchain is really, really exciting for, and I'm really, really super thrilled to bring that to a game. I'm pretty pumped about it.
And so from the 8 other seats, so 4 of them will be democratically elected, and the other 4
are going to be permanently controlled. So those are going to be sold as part of our pre-sale, which I guess I should talk about just real quick. Our pre-sale's coming up in a few weeks. We haven't nailed down an exact date yet, but we're going to be selling a lot of items and equipment that will never again be sold again by us, so that give you kind of an early advantage. Now, I talked about 4 of those seats are going to be owned by 4 specific players. Those seats are permanent. They're going to be able to buy those, and we're going to be, I think, doing an auction or reverse auction system for those. But we're going to be able to buy Krista, which are the core component in spellcrafting. We're going to be able to buy rare armor and weapons, things called artifacts that you can use to set up a system whereby you can charge players a fee to craft spells that might be more powerful than if they use just the basic level. There's a lot of really interesting stuff that we're selling. to help kind of fund the game and really kind of help the players tell us what they want. So the players in any game that is you're kind of developing from this early stage and they get involved early, it's kind of a collaborative effort, right? Like I want to see what the players are responding to, what they're excited about, talk to them more, and basically include them in the development process because their feedback ultimately is what's going to shape the game world.
Right, right. From what I've seen so far, this game, resembles a traditional gaming experience. And looking at all these elements, what method in which you think you're going to explain to people and educate people on how to play?
So yeah, I mean, it's always kind of a steeper hill to climb. Basically, once I've announced this project, all my friends are going to be like, so can you explain blockchain to me like one more time like I'm 7? And I'm like, okay. But you guys already know all that. But, we're going to be releasing, first of all, I'd love to reappear on this program if you'll have me back.
Mm-hmm.
We have our blog. You can go to www.crypticconjure.com. There's actually a pretty lengthy explanation of a lot of the game mechanics on that page if you'd like some more detail. I'm going to be talking a little bit more in depth about the combat system, about the artifacts and spellcrafting system that I briefly mentioned. I want to talk a lot about the game's story, which I think is also kind of a key focus of the game that not a lot of crypto games go into. And we're going to be ramping up that stuff on our social media channels, of course. And I'm going to be personally engaged with the communities on Discord and Twitter and Telegram, answering questions directly, frankly. I'm sure you guys have a few. So you can reach me there, or you can talk to Paulina, of course. She knows a lot about the game. And yeah, I hope to see you guys soon.
That's all for this week, guys. Just want to let you know we will have some more updates on Crypto Space Commander coming out really soon. This month is going to be extremely exciting. We have a lot of great updates, announcements, and contests coming out for all of you guys in our community. Thank you so much for watching us today. Thanks for coming, Jason. We're glad to be working on this project together.
Cool.
Bye, guys.
See ya.